Hey everybody, it's Trigger Bar Philosopher. Welcome back out to the range. Today we have a fun one. We're going to be shooting the Ruger SFAR a little bit more, and we're also going to be taking a look at a new suppressor that I got in. It's the OSS Huxwrx. Not sure if they call them OSS or Huxwrx, but 762 flow-through technology can. Let's get going. Should be a fun one. Alright, so here we can see my Ruger SFAR. It has primary arms, PLXC on it, has Midwest Industries handguard on it, and down at the end we have our new Huxwrx can on it. Man, this thing is heavy. I'll put it in the upper right hand corner, definitely my heaviest suppressor by far. Putting it on this ultra lightweight 308 does add a little bit of girth to the end, but overall still pretty lightweight. But I haven't shot it yet. I have checked with an alignment rod, a 30 cal alignment rod, and so I'm excited to get this thing going and see how it operates. One of the cool things with this is that normally with suppressors it creates a back pressure, and you have to tune your gas down, otherwise you're way over gassed. With this can, it's a flow-through technology, so it's supposed to reduce the back pressure, which I think is really important on this Ruger SFAR because it often has challenges with gas. It's also really important on rifles that you don't have the ability or an adjustable gas block where you can change the back pressure when you add a can to it. So let's take a look. Let's see how this performs, and let's see if we eat a lot less gas. Not sure if you can see it or not. Hopefully we'll see it, but let's get going. All right, so today we're going to be shooting some of this AAC ammunition that we have. It's 175 grain. Haven't tested it in the Ruger SFAR yet. So a little bit heavier grain, a little bit slower moving bullet. It's definitely not subsonic, so definitely should still be loud, not hearing safe. Should be fun. It's always fun to shoot a suppressor. We have some 175 grain OTM AAC. It's their premium or precision brand. So let's shoot a few rounds downrange and see how it performs. Well, the rounds are going down range. I like the recoil impulse. Feel like I'm getting the right ejection pattern. Let's shoot some more rounds. Let's see how it goes. Seems to have shifted the point of impact down, which is great because previously my gun was shooting up. So just having to get a little bit to adjust to that. So let's fire a few more rounds and see how it performs. Yeah, I really like the recoil impulse with this can, and then not getting nearly, I was basically the same amount of gas that I was getting without shooting with the can. So versus typically when I add the can, it's just so much more. So the can is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. I don't like eating gas. Fantastic. You know, got lock back on it. I don't know. I'm really happy with how this can is performing. I don't know that, I can't remember what I've tested with this gun in terms of this 175 grain OTM. I know I've tested it with my Air Precision, but can't remember testing it with the Ruger. Groups are okay downrange. What I'm going to do is we'll go down and check it in just a second. My apologies for not having a second camera so you can't see where it's hitting. I'll go down and we'll talk about it. But I'm also going to fire some Federal that I have. I'm going to try to aim for the same spot that I did with this gun without the suppressor, and then we can see point of impact, point of aim change, or point of impact change with adding the suppressor. All right, so this suppressor that I have is not their newest lineup. It is not a titanium. It may have some titanium in it, but I know they have a titanium one that's still rated for full auto, even though we don't shoot full auto. But this one's all steel, and so that's why it's heavier. Going back in time, do I wish I'd spent the extra little something something to get the more expensive one. I kind of do, just because of how heavy it is. Although I will say on the rifle right now, it doesn't feel like it makes a huge difference. I'm sure if I'm out in the woods hunting, I would want those ounces back, especially at the end of the rifle. Flip side is, especially bench rest, takes a lot of the little kick that's on a 308, which isn't much. Just takes the edge off it. So it's pretty fun. So again, I'm going to fire at a target that already had, and this video will probably come out after that one, but already had when I shot this Federal Premium Match King. It's 165 grain. It was the best group that I shot in that video. I'm going to shoot it onto that same target now with the can, and we should be able to see point of impact change. All right, lock back again. As far as performing well, let's go down range, take a look, give some final thoughts on it. All right, so let's take a look. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was without the suppressor on, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So spread out just a little bit, vertical stringing, not a bad group. Did I pull this one? Could have been. Point of aim was here. That's the most important thing. So it looks like center of that group is maybe here, center of this group is maybe here. So it looks like it went a little bit left and then down 2 inches, 2.5 inches maybe. So that's interesting to note. Got to know what happens when you add a suppressor to your rifle, what that shift of impact is and where you're zeroed and what kind of things. Because if you're taking a shot at 100 yards, you'll still hit the animal. Taking a shot at 300 yards, 2 inches becomes 6 inches, so you're going to start moving more and more away from what you know as zero. So these were some of the shots that I was shooting earlier, or meaning when I first put the suppressor on. So it seems to be grouping fairly nicely. I'm pretty happy with the performance of it. All right, let me know what you think about the Ruger SFAR and with this new Huxwrx flow-through can. I'm really happy with it. I like eating less gas. So if that's certainly a concern for you, I think these reduced pressure or reduced back pressure or flow-through technologies, they're certainly something to keep in mind when you're out there shopping for which is your next NFA item. All right, let me know what you guys think. Appreciate everyone subscribing if you haven't done so already. Please put your comments, your thoughts below. Something I'm doing wrong, something you'd like to see. Thoughts on the suppressor? Do you have one? Are you looking at one? Please share that in the comments below. Appreciate all of you. Take care.